So good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Today we will see which one topic you want, enzyme or carbohydrate. You tell me.
Carbohydrates.
Okay. So let's see about the carbohydrate today. So in the biomolecules, this carbohydrate is present in abundant amount. Okay. So it's an organic molecule which is present in abundant amount in this nature and in our body also. Okay. So these are composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So this carbohydrate means hydrates of carbon. So carbohydrate, it has a formula CH2ON, means when always the hydrogen will be doubled. Okay. Then carbon and oxygen. So here there are some non-carbohydrate molecules or compounds which have this formula, like acetic acid. So acetic acid consists of C2H4O2, but it is an acid. It is not a carbohydrate. After that, lactic acid. So lactic acid has a formula C3H6O3. Still, it is not a carbohydrate. Okay. So here some carbohydrate like the raminohexone, that raminohexone having formula C6H12O5, means it is not satisfying the formula of carbohydrate, but still it is carbohydrate. Then deoxyribose, so that have formula C5H10O4, but still it is carbohydrate. So there are some exceptional cases here. Okay? Hence carbohydrate, it is called as hydrates of carbon. So the definition of carbohydrate is, it is the polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone or compounds which produces by hydrolysis. So this term sugar, it is generally be applied for the carbohydrate which is soluble in water and which is sweet in taste. What are the main functions of this carbohydrate? So the main functions of carbohydrate, the first function, it is the main energy source. The second function, it is the precursor of so many organic compounds like fats, amino acids, etc. Then carbohydrates like glycoproteins or the glycolipids, they form the structure of the cell membrane. They are also responsible for growth, adhesion, or fertilization. After that, most of the carbohydrate, they are the structural component of so many organisms. So like fibers, they are useful in the plants. Then in insects, exoskeleton is there which protect their body. So that is again carbohydrate. Or the cell wall of bacteria. So that is again made up of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate, the next function of this carbohydrate is, it is a storage. It is also serve as a storage form of energy. So it is present in our body in the form of glycogen and it is present in the liver. Okay? So these are the functions of carbohydrates. Then let's see about the classification. So carbohydrate, they are means called as saccharides. So these saccharides, the meaning of this saccharides means sugar. It is the Greek word which is applied for the sugar. So these are classified into monosaccharide, oligosaccharides, and the polysaccharides. Okay. So here mono means, I had already told you, mono means one, oligo. So here oligo, they may be more than one, and poly, so many. Okay. So here these monosaccharides, they are the simple form of carbohydrate, and these are referred as a simple sugar. These monosaccharides, they are derived from different categories which are based on functional group and the number of carbon atoms. So actually monosaccharides, they are divided into two types, aldoses and the ketoses. So aldoses, when the functional group is in this monosaccharide will be the aldehyde, then they are called as aldoses. So glyceraldehyde or glucose is the example of it. After that, ketoses. So ketoses, when functional group will be ketone in this monosaccharide, then they are called as ketoses. So examples is ketone, sorry, not ketone, fructose, or the dihydroxyacetone. These are the example of it. So based on number of carbon atom, these monosaccharides, they are divided into trioses, tetroses, pentoses, hexoses, heptoses, like that. So when 3 carbon will be there, trioses, 4 tetroses, 5 pentoses, 6 hexoses, 7 heptoses, and so on. Okay. So here glucose, it is the aldohexose, and fructose, it is the ketohexose. These are some example of it. So here let's see about the monosaccharides with the empirical formula. So trioses, in this they consist C3, अगर C3 होता है तो H कितना रहेगा, तो 6 रहेगा, O again 3. तो here glyceraldehyde is the example of it in aldoses, and in ketosis dihydroxyacetone is the example of this empirical formula. Then tetrosis C4H8O4. So here erythrose is the aldose and the erythrolose is the ketones. Then pentosis C5H10O5. This is the empirical formula. Example of aldose is ribose and ketose is the ribulose. Then hexoses, so C6H12O6. So glucose is aldose and fructose is ketose. Then heptoses C5H14O7 is the example of it. So heptose is the example of aldose. And what about the ketose? So that is the pseudoheptulose is the example of ketose. So here these monosaccharides, they are again classified. They are classified that just now I had told you how they are classified, the examples of aldoses and ketoses. But where they will be present and what is the important functions in Am I audible, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, एक्चुअली लाइट चली गई ना तो वाईफाई बंद हो गया. ओके, तो हियर glyceraldehyde, glyceraldehyde, it is found in the cell as phosphate. So this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, it is intermediate product in the glycolysis process. Then dihydroxyacetone. So this ketosis, it is found in the cell as a phosphate again, and it's 1-phosphate. It is the intermediate product in the glycolysis process again. So what is glycolysis? Glycolysis, it is the first step of respiration process. Okay, so that we will study in biochemistry. Then de-erythrose. So they are spread all over the body, and 4-phosphate, it is the Hello. Hello. Am I
Yes,
audible?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
यानी कनेक्टिविटी जो है तो वो नो इंटरनेट कनेक्शन दिखा रहा है, और कब से मैं ट्राई कर रही थी, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है। वाईफाई भी बंद हो गया है। देखते हैं मेरा डेटा कहाँ तक चलता है। तो हियर we had seen about the glyceraldehyde, which is found in the protein, and dihydroxyacetone, it is also found in the form of phosphate group. So these two, they are the intermediate products in the glycolysis that I had told you. Then erythrose, it is used, uh, it is again one of the intermediate product in carbohydrate metabolism. Ribose, it is one of the constituent of RNA and nucleotide, and it is present for the structure of RNA and nucleotide, as well as some coenzyme like ATP, NAD, NADP. Then deoxyribose, it is one of the constituent of DNA, and it is responsible, important for structure of DNA. Then ribulose, it is produced during metabolism, and it is important metabolite in the hexose monophosphate shunt. So that again you will study in the biochemistry. Then D-xylose, it is glycoprotein, and it is present in glycoprotein and gums, and it is important in the involvement of function of the glycoprotein. Then xylulose, it is intermediate in uronic and the uronic acid pathway. So that will again you will study in the biochemistry, and here it is excreted in the urine in the form of pentosuria. Then lysox, that is present in the heart muscles, and here it is the constituent of the lysoflavin of the heart muscles. Okay. Then glucose. So glucose, it is it is the constituent of polysaccharide. That means it will be present in the starch, it will present in the glycogen, cellulose. It is also present in the disaccharides, maltose, lactose, sucrose, and it is found in the fruits also. So it is sugar filled actually, and it is excreted in urine when the person will suffer from diabetes. Okay. Then galactose. Galactose, it is present in the lactose, milk sugar, and it will convert to glucose. If it will not able to convert, so then the person will suffer from galactosemia. After that, mannose. Mannose, it is found in the plant polysaccharides and the animal glycoproteins. So it is important for structure of polysaccharides. Then D-fructose. So here fruits and honey as a constituent of sucrose and the insulin. So they are present, and they are the intermediate again products in the glycolysis. What about the heptulose? So pseudoheptulose, it is found in the plants, and they are the intermediate products in the photosynthesis process. Now let's see about the disaccharides. Means firstly we will see about the oligosaccharides. The oligosaccharides, oligo means few. So when near about 2 to 10 monosaccharide, they will link with each other. So they will form oligosaccharides. So here the most probably useful oligosaccharides, they are the disaccharides. So disaccharides, they are of 3 types: sucrose, fructose, and the lactose. Sucrose, so it is the constituent of cane sugar. It is present in the beet, pineapple. and it is commonly used as a table sugar, which will supply calories to us. Then lactose, it is the milk sugar present in the milk. Here, when the carbohydrate source will be unavailable, for example, in the infants, so this in breastfeeding, it is the main source as a carbohydrate. Then lactase deficiency will leads to diarrhea and the flatulence. Flatulence means the gases which passes loud with the loud noise. Okay. Then maltose. Maltose, it is the product of starch hydrolysis, and it is occur in the germinating seeds. So it is important intermediate product in the digestion of starch. So this is about the oligosaccharide, examples of oligosaccharides. Then polysaccharides. Poly means so many. So these are when monosaccharides unit with the high molecular weight, they will link with each other. So they will form polysaccharides. They are usually tasteless. They don't have a sugar taste, and they will collide with the water. So polysaccharides, they are of two types of polysaccharides are there: homopolysaccharides and the heteropolysaccharides. So that we will study later on. Firstly, we will study about the monosaccharides. So in monosaccharide, we had seen about the stereoisomerism. So stereoisomerism, it is important character of monosaccharide. Stereoisomers, they are the compounds that have the same structural formulae, but they will differ in their special configuration. Carbon, it is said to be asymmetric when it is attached to the fourth different atoms or the groups. So number of asymmetric carbon atoms, it will determine the possible isomers compound, and which is equal to the 2n. So glucose contain 4 asymmetric carbon, and thus it has a 16 isomers. Okay, तो स्टेरियोआइसोमेरिज्म, ये आप टर्म अच्छे से ध्यान में रखना. Then glyceraldehyde. Glyceraldehyde, it is the simplest, not simple, it is the simplest monosaccharide with only one asymmetric carbon atom. So it exists as a 2 stereoisomerism and has been chosen as a reference carbohydrate to represent the structure of carbohydrate. All the carbohydrates, they are referred with the help of this glyceraldehyde. Okay. Then after that, we had seen about the D and L isomers. So D and L isomers, they are the mirror images of each other, and special configuration of hydrogen and hydroxyl group on the carbon atom, which we will see here. They are adjust to the terminal primary alcohol carbon. Carbon will determine whether the sugar will be D or the L isomer. Okay. So hydroxyl group, when it will present on the right hand side, then the sugar is called as D series sugar, and when it will be present on the left hand side, so then it is considered as a L series. तो left का L ध्यान में रखना, तो D जो है तो वो right side में है, ऐसा जो है तो आपको ध्यान में रह जाएगा. ठीक है. तो D and L glucose, that is based on reference monosaccharide. So D and L glyceraldehyde is the example of it, which we had taken. So here it may be noted that natural occurring monosaccharides in the mammals tissue, they are mostly made up of D configuration. They are not made up of L configuration. Okay. Then optical activity. So optical activity, it is characteristic feature of asymmetric carbon. As you know, in carbohydrate, asymmetric carbon is present, and that's why it will show the optical activity. So when beam of polarized light, it is passed through the solution of optical isomer. So it will be rotated either on the right side or on the left side. So when it will rotate on the right side, then it is called as dextrorotatory. And if it will rotate on the left side, then it is called as levorotatory. So optical isomer may be designated as D plus or D minus or L plus or L minus. Okay. So here that will be relation with this glyceraldehyde. So it may be noted that D and L configuration of sugar, they are primarily based on the structure of glyceraldehyde. Optical activity may be different. Then we had seen about the racemic structure. So what do you mean by racemic structure? If D and L isomers, they are present in equal concentration, then it is called as racemic mixture, or it is also called as DL mixture. So racemic mixture, it will not exhibit any optical activity. Optical activity nahi show karega, because dextro and levorotatory activities, they will cancel with each other, and so definitely there will be no optical activity seen in this racemic mixture. So in the medical practice, I had told you कि जो saline दिया जाता है, तो that is dextrose. So this dextrose, it is used as a glucose solution to the person who is having some जैसे dietary error जो है, तो उनमें है weakness. If the severe weakness is there, or the person will not able to take food orally, so that time we give this dextrose. Okay, so this dextrose, it is dextrorotatory glucose. Then after that, we had seen configuration of D-aldoses. So here D-aldoses start from D glyceraldehyde. So here the presentation which this D-aldoses show, that is called as Kiliani-Fischer synthesis. So by increasing chain length of the aldoses by 1 carbon at a time, here starting with aldotrioses, aldotetroses, or aldopentoses, aldohexoses, there are like that different types of aldoses will be formed. So of the 8 aldoses, glucose, mannose, and galactose, these are most familiar. And among these, D-glucose is the only aldose monosaccharide which is predominantly found in the nature. Then we had seen about the configuration of D-ketosis. So from dihydroxyacetone, there are 5 keto sugars may be formed, and which are physiologically very important. So that we had seen already. Then we had seen about the apimers. So what do you mean by apimers? So if 2 monosaccharide, they will differ from each other by configuration around the single specific carbon. Either so here carbon, they are referred as apimers. So glucose and galactose, these are the apimers, because in the 4th carbon, there will be difference in the configuration. So they differ in the arrangement of hydroxyl group in C4 carbon, and the glucose and mannose, they are also apimers of each other. And here in carbon second, we can see the configuration change in the spatial arrangement. So interconversion of epimer that can be possible, and that process is called as epimerization. So here glucose may get converted into galactose, or galactose may convert into glucose. So here group of enzymes which are required for this epimerization reaction. So they are the epimerases enzymes, okay, which will catalyze the reaction. Then enantiomers. Enantiomers, they are special type of stereoisomers which has a mirror image of each other. जैसे हम मिरर में लेफ्ट राइट साइड और राइट लेफ्ट साइड में दिखता है, so like that if mirror image will be there, so then they are called as enantiomers. So two members L, D and L sugar, they are enantiomers of glucose. So this some terms like diastereomers, it is used for stereoisomers, and it will not the mirror image of one another. तो diastereomers ये जो है तो ये stereoisomers के लिए यूज की जाती है, but they are not the mirror images, means they will not be enantiomers. Then we had seen about the structure of glucose. Structure of glucose जो है, so for better understanding of glucose structure, we had seen that we should know about the hemiacetal and the hemiketal, so which are produced by the aldehydes and ketone when they will react with the alcohol. So that reaction I had explained it on the board that time. So here the hydroxyl group of monosaccharide that will react with its own aldehyde or keto functional group, and they will form the hemiacetal and the hemiketal. So in this way, aldehyde group of glucose of first carbon that will react with the alcohol group of fifth carbon, and they will form two type of cyclic hemiacetal alpha and beta. The configuration of glucose, it is conveniently represented either Fischer formulae or by the Hayward projection formulae. So that again we had already studied. Okay. Then we had studied about the anomers. So anomers, they are also called as mutarotation. So alpha and beta cyclic form of D-glucose, they are known as anomers. जब अल्फा और बीटा साइक्लिक फॉर्म रहेगा डी ग्लूकोज का, तो उसे हम कहते हैं एनोमर्स. ये सारे टर्म्स आप लोगों को अच्छे से ध्यान में रखना है. And here they will differ from each other in the configuration only around first carbon, and then only it is known as anomers. तो anomeric carbon जो रहेगा, so that will be present in the first. In case of alpha anomer, hydroxyl group, they will held by anomeric carbon that will be opposite side of the group of CH2OH. तो यहाँ पर जो है वो opposite side में रहेगा, and reverse it will be present in the beta anomer. So anomers, they will differ in some physical and chemical properties. Then mutarotation. What is mutarotation? So alpha and beta anomers of this glucose, they have different optical rotations. So specific optical rotation of freshly prepared glucose solution in water, that is plus 112.2 degree, which will gradually changes and attain at the equilibrium with constant value of plus 52.7 degree. So in the presence of alkali, decrease in optical rotation will be more, and optical rotation of beta glucose, it is plus 18.7 degrees Celsius, 7 degree. So muta-rotation, it is actually defined as the change in the specific optical rotation, which will represented intercurvature of alpha and the beta form of D-glucose to the equilibrium mixture. Okay, so this we had seen. Then we had seen about the muta-rotation of fructose. Fructose, it exhibit muta-rotation, and in case of fructose, pyranose ring is converted into furanose. So that I had again explained you how it will change. So here fructose has specific optical rotation, and that is the minus 92 degree at the equilibrium. So conversion of dexorotatory sucrose to levorotatory fructose, it is explained under it is for the in conversion of sucrose. Okay, so that we will see in the biochemistry. Do you understood, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here then some reactions are given. So we had seen different types of reactions. 1 minute. So that monosaccharide undergo different type of reaction. The first reaction which we had studied, that was the tautomerization, which is also called as enolization. तो enolization या tautomerization जो है, ये फर्स्ट हमने रिएक्शन देखी थी. तो जो हाइड्रोजन एटम है उसका शिफ्टिंग होता है एक कार्बन से दूसरे कार्बन के तरफ, तो उसे जो है हम कहते हैं tautomerization reaction. तो शुगर as it contains anomeric carbon, so it will undergo tautomerization, and it will undergo tautomerization in alkaline solution. तो alkaline solution जब रहेगा तब tautomerization की process होगी. When this glucose it is kept in the alkaline solution for several hours, so definitely it will undergo isomerization and it will form D-fructose and the D-mannose. So this reaction, it is called as Lobry-de-Bruyn von Eckenstein transformation, which will result in the formation of एनिडियोल. तो ये यहाँ पर जो है तो एनिडियोल फॉर्म होगा. तो एनिडियोल का हम लोगों ने जो है स्ट्रक्चर भी देखा था कि किस तरह से एनिडियोल जो है तो डी ग्लूकोज से भी एनिडियोल फॉर्म होता है, डी फ्रुक्टोज से भी होता है और डी मैनोज से भी जो है तो ये फॉर्म होता है. तो हम लोगों ने वो स्ट्रक्चर देखा था. एनिडोल ये हाईली रिएक्टिव होता है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई sugar in alkaline solution, that is act as a powerful reducing agent. Okay, then the second reaction which we had seen, so that was the reducing property. So sugar they are classified as a reducing and non-reducing. So reducing property will contain free aldehyde or the free keto group of anomeric carbon. So in the laboratory, many tests are we do for identification of reducing action of sugar. So that is the Benedict test, Fehling's test, or the Barford's test. So reduction, it is more efficient in alkaline medium than in the acid medium. So NaDiol, it will form, or sugar will reduce to cupric ions of copper sulfate, from cupric ions of copper sulfate to cuprous ions, and which will form yellow precipitation in of the cuprous hydroxide, or red precipitation of the cuprous oxide that I had already explained you. So here it is noted that this reducing property of sugar cannot help for specific identification of any one sugar, and therefore it is a general reaction. Now oxidation. So oxidation depending on oxidizing agent used for the aldehyde or the ketone group which is present in the terminal or the alcohol group. So here it is of two types. So oxidation aldehyde group that will result in the formation of gluconic acid. If the oxidation of terminal alcohol group will take place, then it will form glucuronic acid. After that, we had seen about the reduction. So when reducing, it will treated with the reducing agent like the sodium amalgam, the aldehyde or keto group of monosaccharide, they will reduce into corresponding alcohol. Means D-glucose will convert into D-sorbitol. D-galactose will convert into D-dulcitol. D-mannose will convert into D-mannitol. D-fructose will convert into D-mannitol plus D-sorbitol. D-ribose will convert into D-ribitol. So in this way, they will convert into respective alcohols. Okay. So the remaining part we will see it tomorrow. In this way, the monosaccharide will react and it will give the different products. Do you understood better? Do you
Yes,
understood?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the remaining part I will take it tomorrow, revise it tomorrow. Huh? 1 minute.
Okay, ma'am.
1 minute. I am taking screenshot for the attendance. मेरा ऑब्जर्वेशन ये बता रहा है कि जो स्टूडेंट है वही यानी रेगुलरली क्लासेस अटेंड कर रहे हैं, बाकी के नहीं कर रहे हैं ना आपके क्लासेस के. तो व्हाई आई डोंट नो. ओके, तो सी यू टुमारो.
Thank you, ma'am.
You prepared yourself? Have you prepared PPTs?
मैम एक डाउट था रिलेटेड.
हाँ, बोलो.
मैम वो जो कार्बोहाइड्रेट वाला क्लासिफिकेशन है मैम उसमें डिटेल में लिखना है कि शॉर्ट में करना है?
बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में नहीं है अभी आपको. वो जो बाकी का क्लासिफिकेशन है ना वो बायोकेमिस्ट्री में आता है, तो अभी शॉर्ट में ही करना है, ज्यादा डिटेल में नहीं करना.
तो मैम वो स्ट्रक्चरल एस्पेक्ट्स वगैरह नहीं डालना है ना?
नहीं नहीं, वो नहीं डालना.
ओके मैम.
So good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yesterday we had started the function and the hormones which are secreted by the adrenal gland. We had completed pituitary gland, after that pineal gland. So in pituitary gland, I had told you that 3 lobes are present: anterior lobe, middle lobe, and the posterior lobe. Anterior lobe, it secretes 5 hormones. They were growth hormone, which is also called as somatotropic hormone. After that, thyroid stimulating hormone, then adrenocorticotropic hormone, prolactin hormone, and the gonadotropic hormone. So gonadotropic hormone, they are again of 2 types: follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Then the middle lobe, it secretes melanocyte stimulating hormone. It has no important role in our body. And the posterior lobe, it will not secrete any hormone, but it will release the hormone which is secreted by hypothalamus. From hypothalamus, the hormone will deposit into the posterior lobe of pituitary gland, and from there, whenever we will